The load stick frame pane allows you to load the stick frame palette that you can be using a lot if you have a massive building and you want to isolate some grades, some levels, and you would want to work in a certain region of the building. So this tool here allows you to do a lot of visibility control of your massive building. So let's quickly create another stick frame here, the example we've been using all along, and we'll create the whole thing and create. Okay, after that we can load this palette here, and you can always do a refresh here in the element. So you have in the level name, these are the levels in the project file, and these are the grid column grids. Check all, of course. You can check all and uncheck all, or you can check level by level and grid. Of course, there's no elements here, so this will start showing you. And this view here shows you the actual elements, since we didn't have any modeling elements, so it shows blank. And this is the filter of all the existing elements in the model. The sticks, this will show you only there's just the sticks, not the actual elements. So in this case it's showing all the sticks. Actually there's none here, so it doesn't matter. So ground level, first level. So as you can see here, it adds, when you check and uncheck, it will show you the existing sticks for these levels and grid column grids. The reason why it's red, because it tells you that this, if we expand this here, so there's a beam on the ground level between grid 1, and we can also shrink this one, grid on grid 2, column between, this is the column between on the ground level between column grid 1 and column grid A. So it tells you that it's not being modeled, there's no structural element on these sticks. So once you check the required grid names or levels, you will have a list of the available sticks here. Then you can right click. It's either you can with the control or shift, you can pick as many as you want, or you can do select all. Once you do your selection, you will have options here to isolate, hide, show all. If you just want to work with the columns, so now it filters all the columns. If you want just the beams and so on and so forth, so we have all. Now you can say, okay, select all, you can isolate. So you can see here, those are the 3 column grids, 1, 2, 3, and those are the levels, and you can start working on it. If you, let's say, let's go back to the family view here, and let's do some framing, or we can do the whole, let's do the whole thing. Let's do all the columns, multiple, so it will generate all the columns. It's calculating all the columns. We have 20, okay, I have 21 floors. If you go back to and you do a refresh, and if you select, now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are if you see one, just the columns, and there's no beams, of course it would show you nothing since we only created columns. And if you switch here, now they become green. That means that for this particular sticks we have done modeling. So if you see one that is red here, that means we missed that one. So now once you do modeling, you will see it in this modeling. If you have elements here, now when you right click, you have a lot of options. So depending on your selection, you can use the Control and Shift and keep selecting. And now when you right click, you have modify, and you have all these options that you can modify with. This is equivalent, we'll see in a different video, to the modify command. But this one has a different filtering mechanism. You can filter by name, level, type, material. We'll see that in a different video. But in the in the frame, let's refresh. 1, 2, 3. It has the same. You can do modification for the selected elements. You can go here, modify. You can do rotation angle. We'll see that this is equivalent to the modify, but you can filter. This is like a filtering mechanism. If you have a massive model and you want to do modification to your model, this will help you a lot doing the modification. And you can, let's say you want to isolate all of these, so isolate. So those are the ones that you isolated. You can say, okay, replace. I want to replace those with existing or from the family view. So these are the existing elements in the current project file. So if I want to replace them with this one, you hit OK. It will replace them. Let's do it with the different ones. You can notice it. See? So it changes them. Okay, the family view. This is from the editor that you have from here. If you wanna, if it doesn't exist as a loaded family simple, it will load it and modify the existing element. And you have other options. Transparency. You can change the transparency, and you can change the color. We'll see local groups, copy to floors, export, and all these options here. So for the sticks, you have, when you right click, you have visibility control options only. For the actual elements, you will have visibility control as well as actual modifications of the elements. And here it's a filter of all the elements and the project files. Here you just check and uncheck the levels you want to work on, the grades as well, and depending on your the levels or grades you checked, it will list the available elements that occupy or lie on this levels or column grids. When you list them here, you can do visibility control as well as doing a lot of modifications. And you can always experiment, because this is a lot. You need to experiment yourself. You know, it will take a lot of time to explain each individual property that you can change, but they are very self-explanatory, and once you experiment with it, you will see the results right away on the screen. See you in the next video. Thank you.